September the 14th, 2016. I'm Dana Durnford, your host, a nuclear proctologist.org. And you can find this documentation right now. It's live streaming That Beautiful Girl by Dana, and also you'll find it throughout the internet. And it is protected. We've taken down over 300 of these streams with court orders, and we still stream as often as we can because we didn't do anything wrong. And I'm sure they'll revoke those privileges somewhere in the future, but right now we are good to go, and that's what we do. And so all we're talking about is the facts. You know, what's so hard about the facts? Why is the facts such a great big issue? How did the population be given all of these tools become a crime to use them? This is an interesting thing. How did me going out and taking 1,000, 2,000 pictures of the Canadian coastline for 260 days, 15,000 miles, become such a controversy? Outside of the fact that it's an extinction event from Japan. Radiation, Canada's right across. The Typhoon, 190 miles per hour, 230 miles per hour. This is official, but then you have to think about what the numbers truly are, because most of your wind speeds machines are not calibrated to capture that kind of wind, because we don't have that in our history. And so even if you got rock structure at these kinds of gusts, well, you know what a gust can do to your kite. You know what a gust does to your umbrella. That kind of gust. Now imagine a gust is 230 miles per hour, where it turns everything into projectiles. And why did that happen? Most likely, and all of these storms that we see in the last couple of years manifest up to 200 miles per hour sustained winds, just because they told us 190 miles per hour. That's the official number. Whether anything we can trust these mouthpieces to be the real true numbers is always suspect. So up to 230 miles per hour is not a number that you want to hear in your forecast. Is that a number you want to hear in your forecast? Do you think the house you're in right now, that your friends and your families and your loved ones sitting home while you're watching this in the office, you think they'll be able to handle that kind of wind coming through their neighborhood? Do you think you'll be able to make it back to them? No. Do you think they'll be there if you make it back? No. Most likely, if that hits anywhere in North America, which is what we've been telling you for the last couple of years. I put out a little video. You'll find the links below. Literally all of my videos. That was one of the videos I didn't have to take down for the courts to protect Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution. I'm not allowed to say the name of the person, even though they're the biggest public speakers in North America. And the same thing with the University of Victoria in British Columbia, Canada. And I'm not allowed to say his name, her name, its name, reference to that actual thing, creature. I can do that legally, even though that could be construed as whatever. Because you could make shit up, make laws up, and then just get rid of. That's what they done with me. You get rid of people like me. And in order for it to work, they had to get the law to work, and then the law had to make certain. And so what you're looking at was the University of Victoria Law School working in tandem with the FBI and the Canadian Saanich Private Police Department coming after me to dishonest me from talking about the stuff we're talking about today. Because they don't want you to think of this is not normal. They want, right? You'll go out and you'll find them actually talking about this and saying it's 134 mile an hour top winds. You'll see them out there saying, and I got the proof of that kind of stuff. But I'm not going to play it because I never had time to check for the copyrights. But nevertheless, what it does show you, these are the numbers. And we got a little clip coming up here that we're going to play right now. And this is Westpac's WX. I'm going to put the headphones on. Now, all they cover weather, and they're professionals. And they made some really rather human statements, I should say. And I just think it's so appropriate. And I think that's how you would expect a normal human who's aware, who's truly educated, to respond to that topic when it becomes something unique. Here we go. I'll adjust the volume on the fly. My apologies.
Right over their island. I'm sure if they were able to go outside, hopefully they did not, when this was right overhead, and if it was daylight, at least there's a half moon out there tonight, they probably could have seen that classic stadium effect around the center of one of these islands here as it moved overhead. But within this core, that's where we're looking at those sustained winds, 150 to 160 knots, a gust up to about 200 knots. It's just incredible, and I could only imagine what the winds were out here. Hopefully the buildings did withstand up to this. They are made of stone, as I mentioned in my past videos, and concrete. But this type of intensity with a direct hit, there's only so much infrastructure can take.
200 knots, 230 miles per hour. But even the media got that one right. And because they're thinking about, when you think about the storm surge we haven't seen yet, we don't know 100%, but we got confirmation on the ground that the waves, they haven't seen it in a typhoon before. Where's that picture I'm looking for? Might never find it. But, 230 miles an hour. Let's come back to that. Good morning, everybody. How is everybody? I had a huge issue trying to get up and running. And can't get anything right here. Let's come over, say hi to everybody. So the radiation, this is the link we're going to go through today, and how this works and why these particular storms are so deadly. I don't encourage it, William, because, don't ask me to stuff like that, okay? Because that's the same thing as me saying it. And you shouldn't incite it on my site, even though I have to talk about the subject, but we don't need to do that. And you're jeopardizing my court case coming up in 3 or 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, whatever it is. Because they're monitoring me and on me all the time. And I'm not allowed to defend myself. And you're making me do this morning. Not cool. No offense, man, but I'm the guy that ends up with all the weight on his shoulder, not you. Thirst, Shanikin. Hi, everybody. Good morning, everybody. How is everybody? I know. Thurston, CJ, good morning, folks. Neil, Nobleness, just scan, make sure I got everybody. Yeah, and I bet you did, Elaine. I should have covered that last storm you went through down there in particular as a good example, right? And even hadn't mentioned it. I had missed it because I was just so many other things happening in the media world that I constantly aggregating to catch the lies. Thank you. Yeah. Porta Machine, thank you. It was a good show, too, on Richie Allen yesterday. Richie's such a good beat to him, and he does his research so well. He's appropriate in these questions perfectly each time, right? That's what a good interviewer is supposed to do, to get the best they can out of their host. And so I'm just a guitar when it comes to this stuff, and they're supposed to play it. And it'll play on its own if you prod it, so to speak, right? Yeah, I hear you, William boy, but like you say, don't worry about it. It's okay. Good stuff. Okay, yeah. We got the show. Yeah, that was a good show. It was a good beat. Richie's full of life. We like that. It's a big deal to visit that part of the country, because it's hard to penetrate that part of the country, and there's no better way than Richie's show, that's for sure. You feel comfortable, right? So, same as Jeff and everywhere else, but he's got that spirit, that East Coast spirit kind of, that I come from. He's on the other side of it. on the other side of the big pond where I grew up to, right? Okay. Let's keep going on this. And the story, and Dana got a big head, and nobody knows where Dana's to. Dana don't even know where he just went to. How do I fix that one, I wonder? Oh. Yeah, there you go. Got no idea. Okay, I know what I've done. Who cares? Let's keep going. Let's try it again. Must have clicked something. Yeah, I had a hard time this morning. Let me get this up. So think about, they were looking at this thing. And so there's all, you see where the red is? I'm going to orient myself here. Between the red and the pink, there's all these islands. 17,000 people on the outer islands. And they were hit, it was probably gusting 255, 260. And that steady, it was most likely a lot higher than that. 190 wouldn't be but that's a satellite number. On the ground, where, think about wind in your community a lot around your house. Think about the wind, and it's summertime, and there's a bit of wind, but some parts of your house outside is stagnant. Other sides and parts of the house, the wind actually whips right around it. And you know that about that corner. The wind just whips right around it. And so you got 230 mile an hour gust whipping you around, say, big structures, big buildings, big backfill walls alongside of sidewalks, and communities that meant to protect community from traffic noises and stuff like that. And so some places, we know in the Philippines is a better way to look at this. I want another screen. I'm going to screw all this up by doing that. There we go. Oops, too late, Dana. Geiger counter is just, I didn't even think it was going to work this morning, the camera. It just hates me with everything it's got. There's nothing I can do. You remember the camera? We were using that for this camera, and it literally tortured us. And I tried to resolve it each day, and then, like an idiot, thought I had it resolved. And it didn't. I had to yank it out and use the other camera, which we got now. And this one, I kind of had it work, and I must have reset it. Who knows? Well, I do. It's a big deal. I don't like it. It's supposed to work. But you can see the numbers, so I'm going with it. Hang on. See, I knew this would happen. I do got a little fix. Take a second, man. Don't lose it. But there's still be shit like this. Kind of shows up a bit better. Does it? Yeah. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good too, folks. By the way, I'll never be back. Well, not never, but it'll take a long time to get back to where I was a few weeks ago. It'll take a couple of years probably. But it feels a bit. Don't have confidence anymore. I'm standing up and walking around, terrified of everything. Anything that's a distance, so it's back to the sticks. Super Typhoon, 190 mile per hour winds. I can't get past that, see? Let's go talk about this now. I had to move the screen in the wrong spot. Dana. Okay, it's okay, it's okay. Don't panic. Okay, here's what's going on. Those typhoons, the water. How's the best way? Okay, I got it. I got the best way to tell the story about why my assertions. Hang on. Why my assertions? Let me set this up. That this is a result of Fukushima. You ready for it? Like Dana, There's no way you can say that the radiation from 4 little tiny buildings, Dana, affected, was able to penetrate a big storm. Dana, come on, man. Dana, what are you trying to sell everybody? Okay. Don't say you didn't ask for it, because don't know what I'm doing anymore. Because, baby, there she be. 200. Oops. Oh, Dana, you never showed us picture quick enough. It's not true, Dana. Dana, too late, Dana. You lost your 1 second on the internet, Dana. You wasted it. Now everybody ran away. 30 million tons of contaminated soil are stockpiled in 10,000 minimum different sites. 30 million out of one building. These are 5 lanes of traffic around the planet in 1-ton trucks. Okay, that's not good enough, Dana. No, Dana, almost. Nice try, Dana. Well, think about this one. Think about that forecast. Oh, Dana, that's off the internet, Dana. Oh, I can't believe shit like that. Well, here's NOAA's. This is 40-day model originally. Look, it doesn't stop coming out. Never. Keep an eye on that part. And remember, the model's only based upon one isotope. Now, let me keep going. If this had only been just a single release, you would still have a huge impact on the weather. But because this never stopped, all these melter reactors, we're going to talk about that in a minute, but this emission is still ongoing. And so they were removing the covering of number 1 after how many years? Because they had damage or something. They had flooding. And who knows? Right? They're going to try to keep that site forever. Okay. Well, this is pure energy. Just because it's atomized in aerosol, this is the radioactive fallout from just a single building, not the 4 building, not the 30 million bags we're talking about. Didn't write the. Hang on, I'll show you. First, another model. This is the accident to Fukushima. RSNN D12, D3, D. Now, so based upon the releases on the 12th, March the 12th, 2013, it spanned the entire width of the Pacific Ocean, constantly coming out. It never stopped coming out. This is only based upon a week, till the 25th, I'm sorry. Based upon 15 days, 14 days. And so, what you're looking at is pure energy. This is what happened to the Philippines. I can bring up me to help articulate that. If Dana's gonna play, nobody knows. There we go. So this is Japan, yeah? Oh, very good. Oh, thank you, Japan. Now it's hitting North America. But the fact is, it doesn't stop coming out of Japan. And so these storms are grabbing all of that radiation, but they're also sweeping across Japan. And they have already cleaned up 30 million bags, not in Japan, but just in Fukushima, a little area, as a symbolic, which is the only thing you could do if you're going to try to stay there. If you were forced to live there, that's what you would do. You would clean up. Now, 4 buildings done that. Let's have a quick boo at those 4 buildings. So originally the buildings looked like this. And I got to get rid of me a weird way. And doing sound effects. And okay, I'm going to articulate this the weird way. I just make myself a little bit smaller. Okay, that's the fuel pool. I'm in the fuel pool. Hang on. I gotta pee in the fuel pool. Pee. I gotta fill up the fuel pool. Okay, but over here, right here, in front of me, see that yellow bulb? That yellow bulb is the top of the reactor. So if that is not there in the next picture, then and everything below it and alongside me is 5 reactors are in these pools. This is a front cutout. Okay, does that help? Does that make the point a little bit simpler for anybody? If not, don't worry. I got more tricks up my sleeve. Wait for it. This is reactor 3. Yummy reactor 3. Okay. Now this is highly radioactive stuff. So when the storm is picking it up, and the 30 million bags is proof of how contaminated, they're burning it in the incinerators as the storm goes past Japan. We'll talk about that in a second. Bear with me. Just hear me out. Stay with me. Don't go anywhere. Here's the fuel pool. Here's where the fuel pool where I am now. Here's the fuel pool. Say the fuel pool is supposed to be here. Okay. Here's the fuel pool. Say the fuel pool is right down here. Still not good, is it? No. Say this is the fuel. I'm at the fuel pool. Say now I'm at the fuel pool is down here, Dana. Still not good, is it? Don't worry about it. The reactor core is right here. Okay, it's right in the center of the building. I don't see no reactor core. Okay, the top of it. The very top, the reactor fuel rod. See the reactor fuel rods? Right by my head. My head is right there, Dana. Big head. See it? Do you see the reactor anywhere where my head is to now? Do you see the reactor core head anywhere where I'm to now? Do you see the reactor core head wherever I'm to now? Do you see where that reactor core head is to there? Is it down in the basement? No. Is it up high where it's supposed to be? I don't see it there. Could be there's a seagull in the way. Okay. But this is just a front shot out of the building. Here's the very bottom of the reactor core, the very bottom. Where my head is to. Ow! Owie! It's hot. Shit. My organs are melting. I'm out. That's how long I probably would have lasted. Okay, regardless. Okay, do you see, say at the bottom of the reactor core, we should be right around, say, where, in the background where my head is to. I got to make myself smaller to make it work. Okay, where my little stupid head is to, that don't know jack shit. The bottom of the reactor core is the same color as my face, I know. So I'm going to move it over here. Do you see the bottom of the reactor core? Okay, here's the top of it. Now stay with me. Bear with me. Get rid of me there. Bring back that guy down in the corner. He's funny. He got style. He got rhythm. He ran away. Do a reset, Dana. Oh, there I be. Oh. So, how about meet you? Very good. Tough guy. Wouldn't hire me. I got vengeance. Yeah, tough guy. He should hire me when they had chance. Very good. I would have fixed everything. We could have got rid of all the top ones. Sacrificial lambs to the gods. Could have come fix reactor. Okay, now think about this same building. So suppose it looked like that, looks like that. Now here's reactor 4. See the bulb on the side. Right there. Watch me. There I go. You little Dana. Bigger Dana. Bigger Dana. Go up. You have a bulb. Bulb there. Bear with me. No. Dana, wrong spot. Hang on. Dana, move. Better spot. Bulb. Now, here. No. Bulb's supposed to be there. Oh, really? Dana? Really, Dana? You're not showing us 2 pictures at one time? Dana's probably lying. Oh, my God. It's probably not true. We couldn't trust Dana. Dana got 2 pictures. Oh, so very good. So, now you see reactor core. Very top. Yellow. Now you see reactor core. Yellow. No longer top. Reactor core supposed to be hot. Very good. Say hot. But no. Reactor core. Supposed to be there. Let's see what happened. Whoa, wait for final decision in video. No. Reactor core. He's supposed to be hot. That yellow thing, he's supposed to be up there. No, not down, up here. So roughly about right there. Then stop goofing around, Tina. No, I'm just the irony, the agony, the misery of this machine. So this stuff is emitting all the time. The typhoons are coming by. This is 2 million times worse than any reactor on the planet. And so it's much more, the typhoon, well, then can you just break it down into a little nutshell for everybody? Okay, I will. Hang on, bear with me. Let me go this way. Let me come back to Dana Land. There we are, back in La La Land. Thank goodness for La La Land. I got back to La La Land. I'm just doing that. I'm stalling. I'm on the internet. I'm not allowed to do things normally. I got to stall while I do everything, because if I lose more than 2 seconds in a row, then the world is like, he wasted 2 seconds. I can't sit there and watch that, man. He don't have a whole team of painted horrors. He don't have all the bling. He don't got bling. I get it. Just give me a chance, man. I'll get it. I'll do it. If that's what it takes to reach you. Because I actually care. And I know a lot of people reject me. Not because my cigarettes don't have 7,000 chemicals like all of their friends does, but no, because Dean's smoking natural tobacco. I can't believe you won't smoke 7,000 chemicals. I don't know what's wrong with that, man. No, I'm allowed to make my own choice for my body, okay? Dana smoking butts on TV. Woo, gotta clip that one out, use it against some butt smoker Durnford. Probably got them off the side of the road. Not that that's a bad thing if people have done that. Don't feel bad for doing it. 7,000 chemicals. Mine don't have it. I don't have to do shit like that because don't have 7,000 chemicals. I'm not going to be like, I gotta, but the world's going to fall apart. You smoke a hell of a lot less. But throughout history, we've always passed around a peace pipe when we were talking. And my peace pipe is mine don't have 7,000 chemicals. And I don't get to blow it in your face like an idiot, right, so to speak. I wouldn't do that to anybody anyway, even outdoors. Might do it to your pet or something, but just to be a dick. But who knows? I'm not saying I did, not saying I don't. Not that that makes any sense. Let's talk about the real important stuff, how this better not strike Canada, this better not strike America, this better not strike anywhere else. Better over there than over here, I know. But this better not strike anywhere. These people most of these people are living on $1 a day. $10 a day. That are being affected right away. Wednesday got nowhere. There's no... See, we've done movies about this on the internet. This kind of wind. On the internet. And we done documentaries about Mars where the winds didn't even have to hit that to scare the shit out of you with the graphics. And because I got the wrong desk again, then we can't see what I'm trying to do here, can we? Everything's so difficult all the time, but we still get it done. So it got really ugly. It's still going on. It's still raging down there. That's not the one I'm looking for. Yeah, let's watch this one here. Everybody. Oh. Now I got to find that. I got it. See, I ties knots in that end, so that can't happen. But this one is a plug-in on that end. Here we go. Hang on. Dana. I'm going to do the volume thingy as we go. I'll take care of your volume for you. Hopefully. Don't put your feet in that too much.
The single strongest storm on our planet in 2016. It is, in fact, among the strongest storms our planet could produce, literally the top of the theoretical limits of how strong storms can get. When you take a look at what's occurred in the last 24 hours, a Category 1 storm, a little more than 24 hours ago at this point, and within 24 hours, it shot up to what is equivalent to a Category 5 storm, and then beyond that, has continued to get stronger. If there was a hypothetical Category 6, this would be up there. This winds sustained at almost 300 kilometers per hour. Notice Meranti's not alone. There is Rai. There's another storm back behind it by the name of Malakas. That also has potential to be a major typhoon down the line. But I want to show you what the immediate threat is right now in the center of your screen, because this storm has gust winds now up to 360 kilometers per hour. Keep in mind, Super Typhoon Haiyan came ashore at about 315 kilometers per hour. The gust.
And that was the Philippine storm. And that took out 41 provinces. Jump back for a second. That took out 41 provinces. Now, I'll show you the numbers on what everybody's talking about here. These are knots. When they were talking 95 knots was 224. When it was 200 knots, it was 230 miles per hour. These are in miles per hour versus knots originally 2 miles per hour. There's supposed to be another one there. Oh, that was the Weather Channel. 300, gusting 370. I like that, see? I like getting those numbers like that. Suck it. You can't say nothing to me anymore. Up to 230 miles per hour. Rainfall. Hey, rainfall up to 1 meter in some places. Holy mad. At 230 miles an hour, you know, it's going to gust higher than 230, trust me. Right, just the corners, the mountains, and the highways, and the roads, and the rolling lawns, and everything else. Most of these buildings down there are built out of stone and cement because they get a lot of typhoons. But they've never got one like this. This is worse than what happened to the Philippines. But the Philippines, there was 30 million trees, coconut, or is it? Or yeah. Turned into projectiles with their product. Not to mention a 50-foot storm surge that came through a number of communities, right? And so you can expect the same happen to those islands. We won't know for days. But this is real. This is going to get worse. Let's keep talking about Fukushima for a minute, though. Got to learn to change two of them at the same time, see? So Japan, we're talking about an incredible, let's go look at pictures of that again. Hang on, we're right here. I think we're there now in a second. The computer pitches up. Anytime you're ready, computer. So just quickly, we're going to look at some of these pictures of the bags they picked up throughout the country, the damage to the country. We're just going to whip through it. They got 1,000 of these tanks are taking up the whole site, constantly building tanks. The water is going out directly in contact with fissionable products. It's a hell. That is hell, what you're looking at. That whole environment is X-rays, neutrons, gammas showing. The buildings are completely dismantled. They detonated, they lost their inventories at the top of each building. I zoom in on that one. No, I gotta zoom in on the other one. So these buildings, there's 5 reactor cores in the fuel pools. Remember, I showed you that just now. If you're joining the stream, you'll have to watch it after. Fuel pools were, let's smurf that out. Okay, that's right, I'm over here. Look at the damage. Look at the bags from just allegedly one plant. When you think about how many bags and the damage, there was 15 reactors, and there was all the nuclear dumps, holding sites, the landfills. This is a small country. There's 400 kilometers of the coastline. I'll get that picture there to articulate it. Because this is about that storm, 230 mile an hour winds, but this is where all the people died. This is where 15 nuclear power plants, but in between that is all the holding sites, the dumps, the waste repositories, the common spent fuel pools were on the ground where all those people died, right? They, in the red, and the yellow that they're missing. And the reason being is because their country got completely, as you're familiar with, got completely hammered. But that spread radiation, even if it was just a one power plant, 30 million one-ton bags is irrelevant compared to what's actually there. And when you have storms, you liberate the radioactive material. That's a basic way of looking at it. And when you have something like this happening to your country, you're burning it in the incinerators. That's Alaska. But look at this. This is not the debris. No. This is cleaning up radiation in communities, backyards, and everything else, right? In the forest and stuff like this. Damage is one thing, but it articulates how radiation landed on everything, including the stuff. But the bags are just topsoil. They're taken up. This stuff is all irradiated too, see? And it's going to take them decades to burn, because they're burning it in the incinerators. Hang on, let's come back on track. Just to center myself, and then DVD 2. Okay. So people died because people died. Trust me. So at the same time this was happening, the common spent fuel pools, the nuclear waste sites throughout that whole area where the plants are, and the people died, 15 reactors. And Fukushima governor strongly demands TEPCO dismantle all 10 reactors. See? They got 30 million cleaned up already in 5 years, which is nothing. Truly nothing in the context of these reactors. Right? They've been lying to you, telling you that inside of that, it looks like that. This is TEPCO. I'll play that short clip.
And Fukushima Daiichi stage,
3 months
right
ago.
after the accident,
2 months ago.
Yeah, it was of course the emergency condition.
This is a few months ago. Of course, it was an emergency condition. It doesn't show you a picture. He only shows you one picture. Here it comes.
But right now, gradually became the decommissioning stage, more stable decommissioning stage. And that's that, as I mentioned, the successful completion of the
Unit 4.
dismantle of the spent fuel from the Unit 4.
So he's saying that picture 3 months ago is inside of this building. Are you buying that? It's still releasing. It'll continue to release. You can't stop it. You won't even try. Tenant's not real. You come out and fake those pictures. Here's Seth Dorn. There's Miles O'Brien, right? Seth Dorn.
Of the decommissioning work taking place here in Reactor 4.
And once again, hang on. That's Reactor 1. That's Reactor 3. We know where that core went. Top right hand of the screen there. I found it. Right there. But anyway, the meltdowns, they're consuming everything all the time. They're releasing all the time. All the storms have to come past these areas, rather, end up being supercell storms. Anything that sucks up the water off that coastline Reactor 1's completely gone. It's completely gone. Reactor 2 is completely gone. That's confirmed. They shot the Muron. Baby. Reactor 3, we didn't need Murons, did we? Hello, everybody. Yeah. Troublemaker. This is number 3. Ooh, not anymore. This is number 4. Yeah, and cleaned it up. Look at that. With homeless and destitute and immigrants. Then they use the same type of people to pick up 30 million one-ton bags because Harvard and Yale and Berkeley's like, no, dude, I'm not going. Fukushima, hoo-hoo. Look, we got pounded all over the place. Oh, you know, it's just a Norwegian Institute for Air Research. It don't matter. It's only based upon a single release from that one or this one, right? Because they look pretty good. Don't even mention that. Don't mention that. And when you do, gotta pretty it up. So as long as you think about this, hang on. This is your red. Yummy. Based upon a single release from a single reactor for just a few days, not based upon any inventory, maybe 5 pounds. That's why this stuff is so scary. Cesium 137 plume, France. But I mean, we're talking millions of pounds are missing. Many reactors lost their inventories. No one's talking about it. There's 6 reactor cores in each building, 3 of them running. Unbelievable, unimaginable. And the industry's out there viciously assaulting anybody showing you this. Keep going. I'll find it. I'll find it. 15 reactors. Let's keep going. Okay. Oh, la dee da. There we go. I got it. Is that the one? Oh. It's supposed to be right here. I don't see it. No. Okay. Reactor 4. I don't know why the sound is on that one. My apologies. That's me walking around. How you doing, buddy? Look at that. I'm the only guys there. Now I'm dead. I just died. I wouldn't have lasted that long. Yeah, that's okay, Dana. Seth Dorn is in there. So let me get this straight. David Suzuki says if number 4 goes, and I'm in number 4, according to TEPCO and Seth Dorn and Miles O'Brien, who said they've been in this same building, that if this building tips over, I got no idea how that one's going to happen, but if it tips over, bye-bye Japan, and you got to evacuate North America. Huh? Well, I was in there. So were they. So all the media went in there and showed you that. Okay. But the reality of it was, it looks like that. They weren't in that, see? But they're claiming, by showing you that they're in this. And this is what's influencing your storms. We're not trying to stop it. No, it's not the bananas. The bags. Okay, there we go. Switch gears, Dana. I'm looking for... Yeah, this one here. Here we go.
Meranti roared in from the Pacific Ocean with the status of super typhoon. The 3rd most violent on record by the time it was battering southern Taiwan. Schools and businesses had closed, trains and flights were cancelled. With wind speeds gusting to more than 350 kilometers per hour, Taiwan hadn't experienced anything like it for more than 100 years. When it was upgraded to a super typhoon, Taiwan stepped up its precautions. Still, when Meranti struck, many people here have been shocked by its ferocity. Damage to buildings and power lines has been extensive, with hundreds of thousands of homes left without electricity. Some coastal areas found their sea defences completely overwhelmed.
We could even see the waves shooting over the harbor wall before. In recent typhoons, we haven't seen waves this big.
As Meranti takes its destructive force onto the coast of mainland China, Taiwan is left to assess the damage from its close encounter with a monster storm. Rob McBride, Al Jazeera.
Thanks, Rob. Good still. There we go. I almost got it right. Sometimes I get it right. Sometimes I don't. Hi, everybody. How is everybody? Let's go and say hi this morning. Okay. Oh, gotta be in that format. Oh, where'd you go? Can't move my mouse. I was in Unit 4, William. That's true. I swear. Dib, 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 dub, dub, dub. Oh, you can't see me in that video. Okay. Hi, John. Johnny can illusion just coming in. Let's see. Yeah, good luck, John. And so this was the worst storm. Dana smoking weed. No, I'm not. Smoking a cigarette. I was faking it. Trying to be like at the old magazines, 1950s and 60s. That's what was going through my head as I clicked away. I was kind of making faces. Is that New York again? No, it was nothing like this. We're talking 230 miles an hour troller. William? Aqua. Nice try. I'm not saying like weed is good for you, trust me. I got studies showing it cures cancer, for goodness sakes. And the only reason it's illegal is so the big corporations, Dow Chemical, can get the monopoly on certain types of synthetic, replace like rope, because all rope these guys was hemp. So sails of the boats were all hemp. Your rope was all hemp. And then petroleum product, they were making, pantyhoses and shirts and seats. Just anything they wanted out of it. And they wanted it all. They wanted the whole frigging thing. They were going for broke. And then the war against drugs was always about oppression. It was never about actual evidence or science or anything like that. It didn't have any kind of foundation whatsoever. But it was used and still is to vilify and demonize and marginalize groups of people. And why do those guys stand in the rain? Yeah, so it's a soundbite, right? Basically, and here I am. I'm at the storm. I'm not in front of a green screen for a change. I'm actually here. I'm risking my life. This is their bold and brave moment, right? Oh, there's 5 million orphans in Afghanistan, but they're not going to cover that. They're going to cover, in a superstorm, kind of minimize it when they do stuff like that, Elaine. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I'm just talking it out as I'm talking it out. I'm talking it out. Thanks, Shani. He sends love to everybody. Go. Ready? Go. Home. Got us. Peace out. everybody, we're calling it a show. We're wrapping it up, calling it a day, signing out, and all this other stuff. The big thing we take away is 230 miles per hour. Miles per hour is not something we want to see ever, forever, ever again. Hitting land and not losing speed on top of that. Sustained winds of 190 miles per hour will rip up every community it taps. No matter where it's to, it's going to rip it to pieces. If you have 190 miles an hour, it'll take the kid right out of your arms. Gust at 230, 240, 250 like happened there. I don't even want to postulate on it. It's too horrific to consider. And the sad part of it is going to get worse. They can't stop you got to stop the reactors. If you don't, you're going to see storms 500, 600, 700 miles per hour in our future. We've lost control. They lost control, and they won't let the planet try. The nuclear industry is holding the whole planet hostage. Nuclear's a bridge to nowhere. Listen to it on that. I'm sure everybody else, except for anything in the nuclear and the PR firms. You're the worst thing that could happen to life on this planet, and your friends and your families and your loved ones, anybody you come in contact with, are worse off forever even knowing you. You're in the nuclear industry. You're the PR firms. You're an abomination. Take care, folks.